Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Keep your mic closer.
Yes, sir. نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given me another opportunity to address you all in this wonderful morning time. Alhamdulillah, I thank Salim sir by inviting me here. Jazakallah sir. Let me start this with a story from the Quran, inshallah. As a student or teacher, we always like to listen to story, okay? Because as we are going to see what is competency in teaching. So before going into the topic, what is competency, defining competency, or how to increase competency, let me have a story. It's a big story. Inshallah, I'll try to make it small because what the lesson we are going to take from this story will go ahead, inshallah. So it's a story of Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam mentioned in the chapter 18, Surah Kahf. It is also given in a hadith, right? Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, once Musa alayhi salam stood up and he addressed his ummah, that is Bani Israel. He was asked, Musa alayhi salam was asked by the ummah, who was the most learned man amongst the people? So when this question was asked, Musa alayhi salam, since he was a prophet, he said, I am the most learned person among the people. Actually, he must attribute his knowledge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but he didn't do. But as a human, we used to err, right? So Allah said to him that at the junction of two seas, that is two oceans, there is a slave of mine who is more learned than you. So Musa thought since he is a prophet, he is more knowledgeable. But Allah said, no, there is a person who is more knowledgeable than you. So Musa said, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how can I meet him? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, take a fish, put it in a large basket, and you will find him at the place where you will lose the fish. So at some point in the journey, there will be the fish will be missing out, right? They will lose the fish. So that is the indication. That is a place where you will meet the Khidr alayhi salam. So according to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Musa alayhi salam took a fish and put it in a basket, and he proceeded along with this servant boy, and the name is mentioned as Joshua or Yusha bin Nun. And they were walking and they were going on the journey. And at some point, they felt tired, so they want to take rest. So Musa Islam slept over there. And that is the place where the fish just jumped out of the basket and it moved into the sea. But without the knowledge, but Musa Islam and his servant person didn't notice this. And they started the journey from where they traveled the rest of the night. After taking rest, they traveled the rest of the night. And at one point, Musa said to the servant boy, I'm very tired. Please bring us food. So when Musa asked for the boy, he said, do you know that when we were sleeping, when we were sitting in the rock, when we were taking rest in the rock, I forgot to tell you that the fish took an amazing way into the sea, and Shaitan caused me to forget. Since Musa slept and the boy noticed that the fish is moving into the sea, but he forgot to inform Musa but that is the place where he has to meet Khidr Islam, right? But after that place, they continued journey throughout the night. And so Musa said there was a, so what happened? Oh, sorry. So what they did, they again, they made a U-turn and made the journey to the place where the fish took an amazing way, right? So both of them retraced their footpaths till they reached the rock. And there they saw a man lying down, right? So Musa Islam went to him and he greeted. And the man asked, first he said that I'm Musa from Bani Israel. The man asked, Musa of Bani Israel. And Musa Islam said, yes. And Musa Islam said, I have come to you so that you may teach me from those things which Allah has taught you. And he said, O Moses, I have some knowledge of Allah, which Allah has taught me and which you do not know. And Khidr said to Musa Islam, you have some knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which Allah has taught you, which I do not know. Musa Islam asked, may I follow you? So you now see, Musa Islam is a Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Kalimullah, and he's asking for permission to Khidr that can I follow you? But Khidr said to Musa Islam, but you will not be able to remain patient with me. So he said, you will find me patient if, inshallah, truly, he said, I'll be patient in following you. So we are not going to the story. So this is where I will stop the story, okay? Because it's a big story, and if I say the story, the entire session will be for the story itself. Now, okay, fine. Now, see, Musa alayhi Islam is having an unquestionable position, right? He is like the Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that there's a person who is more knowledgeable than you, that Musa alayhi Islam said, I want to meet him and I want to learn from him, right? The fact is that he sought permission from Khidr. So it indicates to us, even if we occupy a higher position, unquestionable position, we need to seek permission when seeking knowledge. So this is the first etiquette we learn from it. And whoever it is, whether he is someone who is higher than us, or he can be a man, he can be a beggar, he can be a student, whoever it is, when we know that he is having a specific skill, he is more knowledgeable than us, then it is a must that we have to have that interest, curiosity to learn from him. So there is a very good செய்யுள் from Naladiya. பலக்கற்றோம் யாம் என்று தற்புகழ வேண்டாம், அலர்கதிர் ஞாயிற்றை கைக்குறையும் காக்கும், சில கற்றார் கண்ணும் உளவாம், பல கற்றார்க்கு அச்சாணி என் அன்னதோர் சொல். இது என்னன்னு பார்த்துட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா, உலகம் ஃபுல்லா சூரியன் வந்து என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கு, ஒளி கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கு. அதை மறைக்கிறதுக்கு வந்து நம்ம வந்து பெரிய கூடாரம் போடணும் அவசியம் கிடையாது. ஈவன் இஃப் ஹேவ் ஹம்பர்ல நமக்கு ஒரு சின்ன கொடை இருந்தா போதும், நம்ம அந்த சூரியன்ல இருந்து நம்ம வந்து பாதுகாத்து கொள்ள முடியும். அதே மாதிரிதான் நான் நிறைய கத்துக்கிட்டேன் என்று நம்மை நாமே பெருமை நினைக்க கூடாது. கம்மியா படிச்சவங்க கிட்ட கூட சில நாலேஜ் இருக்கும், சில ஸ்கில்ஸ் இருக்கும். அதை நம்ம கத்துக்கிறதுக்கு வந்து தயங்கக்கூடாது. இவன் என்ன படிச்சிருக்க போறான், இவனுக்கு என்ன தெரிஞ்சிட போகுது, இப்படிப்பட்ட நினைப்புகள் நமக்கு வந்துவிடக்கூடாது as a teacher, because most of teachers as we become senior, what we think we know everything. I'm sorry, I'm also a teacher, right? Why should I learn from others? நம்ம ஏன் மற்றவங்க போய் கத்துக்கணும், நம்ம எனக்கு தெரியுமே. அதனால வந்து நமக்கு அறிவு இருக்கு, பட் படித்தால் மட்டும்தான் அறிவு என்பது கிடையாது. நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். படிப்புன்றது வேற, அறிவுன்றது வேற. When we talk of Musa alayhi Islam, we accompanied Khidr alayhi Islam to learn. It's like a field trip. It's learning on the trip, on the journey, right? So like that, we have to be. First thing, as a teacher, we need to have this curiosity. Now, coming back to define what is competency. So can anyone define what is competency? So having all these stories and Another thing, can anyone say what is competency? Define competency.
Competing each other, like
Like,
who wins, who have
I
more knowledge.
uh, actually, I tried this out. Very good. Jazakallah khairan. I tried this out when I was preparing this topic. I asked a few of my friends what is competency. Everyone said it's like competent, right? ஒரு போட்டி போடுறது அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறாங்க, but that is not competency. Competency has competing is something different. Competency is something different. Competence is something like having the ability or skill that is needed for something. That is called competency. So competency has long been understood as a person's ability or capacity to do the job. So we are teachers. Do we have that ability and capacity to teach every job, or not only teaching, every job as a requirement or specific set of competencies to undertake it efficiently, and the individuals who perform the job need to be laced with that competencies. Okay. One of the interesting and worth mentioning aspect of this term is that it focuses not on what a person can do, but on what a person can learn. See, that's why I said the story of Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam. Again, I will say one of the interesting and worth mentioning aspect of this term, that is competency, is that it does not focus on what a person do, but what a person can learn. That is important thing. Do you understand? Competency is about skills and the capacity and ability to do job. So it's not about what a person can do. It's about what a person can learn. What does it mean? It means that how far you are updating consistently. I mean consistently. That's the important thing. We need to update. So if you want to be competent teacher, we need to update consistently. See, success does not come from a person who is trying occasionally. Understand? If we try occasionally, for sure, success is something which we cannot, which we can never taste. But if we try consistently, for sure, we will taste the success. So important thing is that the forward-looking approach makes it quite clear that we need to update consistently. That's the important thing which we need to know.
Confidence, sir. Like confidence we have to work with.
I am not getting you.
No, like confidence. We have to keep our self-confidence and we have to work it.
Okay, we have to update the skills. What are the, see, see, how we studied during our school days. I don't know how old are you, but those who crossed 40, we know that the teacher will be like king in the classroom, and everyone, all the students will be quiet and we'll be listening, right? But now the things are changing. So we need to update what are the skills required to teach now the present generation, because since the AI tools are developing, there is no need for teachers. The students, those who are interested and focused, they learn by themselves. But in this period, we as a teachers need to update consistently so that we can move in par with the students. That's what competency. So competency refers to the ability of the educators to effectively deliver the knowledge, facilitate learning, inspire. You understand? Effectively deliver knowledge, facilitate learning. That's the important thing, and inspire the students. So it's like a set of individual performance behavior which are observable, measurable, and critical to successful individual, and the characteristics of a person, which results in an effective and superior performance in teaching. That's what we want. So competency also includes motivation, self-motivation. That is the other day, long back, we spoke about intrinsic motivation. It includes motivation, that is intrinsic motivation, and self-knowledge, and a desire, a willingness to demonstrate effective performance on the stage. These are the components of competence. So we need to update. So these are the components of competency: attitude, knowledge, and skills. Is that clear? Why? Because, see, teachers are the lifeblood of the success of the school. But do you think teaching is a creative profession? Of course, teaching is a creative profession. Teaching is not a delivery system. You are not just to pass on the received information, but teaching something different. It's not just what we receive, what we deliver. It's not a delivery system. So great teachers, what they do, they mentor, they stimulate, they provoke, they engage. You see, in the end, what is the outcome? Education is about learning. If there is no learning going on, there is no education going on. That we need to understand. So again, I will define the competency. So competency is a set of demonstrable characteristics and skills that enable and improve the efficiency of a performance of a job. Competencies are not skills, although they're similar. Skills are learned, while competencies are the inherent qualities and an individual possesses. So collaboration of skill, knowledge, and ability is called competency. Is that clear? So I said, education is not about delivering the knowledge. It's about, it's like, see, fine. So as a teacher, see, the students will have a lot of things. They will have different categories, right? See, at the end, I won't do it. I can't do it. But as a teacher, we as a teacher needs to motivate them. So as I said, mentor, stimulate, provoke, engage. So at the end, what we taste, that is a success. That we want the student to achieve success. This is what our duty. When a student say, I won't do it, I cannot do it, we have to motivate them. We have to stimulate. We have to provoke what is in them. And then they will slowly say, I want to do it. How do I do it? I'll try to do it. I can do it. And so at the end, you will say, I'll do it. I am successful. This is what we need. It should not be like a diet plan. What is dieting? Can anyone say? What is dieting?
Having a balanced food, sir.
For most of us will having the diet plan in order to lose weight, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Are we losing weight after having diet plan? Not really, right?
No, sir.
No, that's
Diet
fact.
plan, that is the management of a nutritious food. That is.
Okay. No, actually, it's just for fun. We all have the passion to lose weight. We want to look slim and we want to look like all these things. But we used to have the diet plan. We follow for a few days and then we leave it. Even after following the diet plan, do we lose weight? Not really, right? Teaching is a word like that. I'm sorry. You can say that the teacher in some room is teaching, but if nobody is learning anything, can we say the teacher is engaged in the task of teaching? Do you understand? If we say a teacher in this room is teaching, but the process, that learning process is not happening. No one is learning, but the teacher is teaching and the students are not learning. Can we say that teacher is engaged in the task of teaching, but not actually fulfilling it? So the role of teacher is to facilitate learning. That's it. Understand? See, There are a lot of policies are making the government, central government decides and the state government decides, and all these things are happening. But the trouble is that education does not go onto the committee rooms or in the legislative buildings. It happens in the classroom. And the people who are doing it are the teachers and the students. And if we remove them, it will stop work, right? So it's important that as a teacher, when we are teaching, we have to see whether the students are learning or not. If not, the teaching is not a correct process. It's not a proper process. So how to increase the pleasure of teaching, how to increase the pleasure of teachers, thereby increasing the pressure of students. See, how many of us have been influenced by our teachers? We all. See, even to this day, I will say my Mary Miss, UKG teacher. Even to this day, I remember her. You know, in most of the talks, I used to recall her. As a teachers who have the power to kindle the fire amongst the students, the ultimate goal is that that's the ultimate goal, right? We need to kindle the power because they are the future of every nation. You are the teachers, you are the architect of the nation. We are the teachers, we are the architect of the nation. Understand? So, again, coming back to the story of Musa alayhi salam, we see a wonderful picture of etiquette of seeker of knowledge. You see, he was a prophet. Even though he was a prophet, he asked the permission to seek knowledge. Understand? So, as a teacher, we have to seek knowledge from everyone whom we see in our day-to-day life. If some people have some skills that which we are not having, so we have to approach them. We should not feel shy in updating ourselves. So as I said in the beginning, updating consistently is one of the way to increase competency in teaching. Okay. Because we are living in a period where, as I said earlier, where there is no need for teachers. The students can learn by themselves if they are technically sound and focus on the work. But the current system, what we have, whatever we speak, the current system is something different. It has a standardized pattern, right? Teachers were told what, when, and how to teach. They'll give a standard syllabus and they will be given a standard syllabus. This is what you have to teach. This is what you need to complete. And they were required to educate every student in exactly the same way, right? Where and where not, we are not held responsible when many fail to learn. As I said, education, if teaching is something where learning takes place. If learning doesn't take place, then teaching something, teaching is useless. So many teachers simply stand in front of the class and deliver the same lesson year after year. Am I right? Am I right or not? So they will expect to teach using the same methods as the past generation, and any deviation from the traditional practices will discourage the supervisors, will discourage the heads. So even now we have some seniors which will say, no, this will not work, make notes, give homework, like that. And one of the important thing I want to mention here is, see, what for we are giving homework? Can you even say?
To practice and recall what they have learned in the class, sir.
Fine. So the homework,
Memorize.
what? Very good. To practice and learn, right? But actually, what is happening? See, when I studied in the school days, I remember. Do we have any Tamil teachers over here? I'm sorry, I'm not hurting. Especially in Tamil and language teachers, they give lot of writing work. I don't know why. Whatever there is there in the book, we have to write it down. Whether we read or not, we have to complete the classwork or we submit the classwork. I don't know why. Even to this day, my younger son is studying in 10th standard. Whenever he comes home, he write Tamil, Tamil, Tamil. நிறைய homework இருக்கு டாடி நான் தமிழ் முடிக்கணும். Why? Why we need to see homework is just to make them realize what they learned in the class. It's not like copying from the book and writing it out in the notebook. It's mere useless. We need to change the pattern. The காலம் மாறுது. we need to நம்மளும் மாறணும். இல்ல நான் அப்படியே தான் இருப்பேன் அப்படின்னா முடியாது இல்லையா? We follow the same pattern and I don't know what is happening. We need to change as a teachers. The same tradition, I follow the same traditional way. I stand in front of the classroom, I deliver the same lesson year after year, and some teachers will never go for taking another unit. I'll say I'll be sticked on to the same unit, right? So all these things we need to change. Are we going to do the same thing? No, we have to change. Understand? Is that clear? But many teachers also spend time researching various questions of educational effectiveness that expand the understanding of dynamics of learning. So you need a lot of competency to be a dynamic teacher. So as a teacher, we need to do a lot of things. Actually, I was not entering to the topic like what to say, how to increase competency. I was just இங்கே தான் சுத்திட்டு இருக்கேன். வாட் இஸ் கம்பிட்டன்சிலே தான் நான் வந்து ஸ்ட்ரக் ஆகியிருக்கேன். ஸோ we need to come out of it. We need to come out of the traditional way. We have to adopt new things. We need to update in all the like what to say. So subject matter, pedagogical knowledge, classroom management, assessment when it comes to assessment evaluation, and when it comes to teaching, we have to adopt different methods for different students. And when we need to have a good communication skill, and we have to be reflective in the sense we need to assess continuously ourselves, self-assessment, and we have to improve the teaching. And one of the important thing for teacher where we miss out is taking care of yourself. See, in order to have, as a teacher, we need to have mental fitness. Mental fitness is very important for teachers. You won't get mental fitness until you are physically fit. This is a big area where, as a teachers, we are losing out. Every day, give time to yourself, at least minimum for 15 minutes. Do some minimum workouts in order to keep you active. Do some minimum workouts which will make you happy, which will keep you fit. Make yourself fit. Once you are physically fit, for sure, I'm assuring you, I'm guaranteeing you that you will be mentally fit. As a teachers, we need to be mentally fit. So from today, we take a promise that I will spend at least minimum 15 minutes for myself, 15 to 20 minutes for myself, doing some work. Do some work so that the sweat come out of your body. You feel enjoyable. You feel enjoy. For first few days, you may feel tired, but once you practice these things, for sure, you will have refreshing thing, right? These are refreshing things. And as I said in the beginning, competency in teaching is like updating yourself. How to increase competency? There are so many methods. One of the important method is that you have to update consistently, not occasionally. This is the important thing. The தாரக மந்திரம் எப்பொழுதுமே நம்ம அப்டேட் பண்ணிட்டே இருந்தா இன்ஷால்லா for sure we will be a dynamic teachers. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all of us a dynamic teachers. Thank you for giving me opportunity. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah, Dr. S.G. Hussain sir. Very simple points of teaching need to competent our